Hi friends, this is Satish Rawal and today I am going to teach you how to use past perfect tense. Actually, I just made a survey among my students, right? And most of them were confused whether to use had or not in past perfect tense. The structure for past perfect tense is very easy and is well known to all English learners. We simply use subject plus had and plus past participle verb and object. That becomes our past perfect tense. But this is not the video for, okay? But before I start teaching, I just request all of you to subscribe to my channel and share with your friends so that it is going to be popular and it will help all the people learn English. Okay, let me start. I have just written down a few examples and I have also written down when to use past perfect tense. Okay, let me start with the first one. First thing, time up to a point in the past. When you are talking about a point in the past time, then we use had and past perfect. I have just written down an example here. She had published her first poem by the time she was 8. I have just used their had here because she was 8 is the point of time in the past and she had published her first poem. So here I have used had. Subject had whichly, that is whichly, third word, published. She had published. Second example is we had finished all the water before we were halfway up the mountain. Suppose we were going to the up mountain, okay, and then we had some water so that we could drink, okay, and then what happened? It finished. But so what's the language I have written here? We had finished all the water before we were halfway up the mountain. So this is the point in the past we were halfway on the mountain, and had, and this again V3. You have to be very much careful that we are supposed to use V3 third verb only in past perfect tense. Second rule is, rule 1 is finished. Second rule is past perfect for the earlier of two past actions, and that is very much popular in the language. You see what happens, sometimes we say something about past and we discuss about two actions in the past, okay, and in that situation we use past perfect tense. Here you see I have written when the police arrived, the thief had escaped. I am talking about two actions that happened in the past. The first action is the police arrived. The second action is the thief had escaped. Okay, when I have written the thief had escaped, because this thing happened first. You have to keep in mind when you are talking about two actions in the past, you have to use had with the first action that happened and don't use had with the second action that happened. When the police arrived, you can write in the reverse way also. The thief had escaped when the police arrived. You can write like that. You can change the sequence, no problem. But here you look, I have written not yet, I have not used the word had. When the police arrived, the simple past tense, it is V2. Okay, the thief had escaped. Now this is V3. This is the rule. Okay, third rule. Past perfect tense we use before. Sometimes we use before and then we use past perfect. Here, they had left before I had spoken to them. Look here, they lived is simple past. And before here I am using before I had spoken to them. Means what is the meaning of this sentence? That I could speak anything to them but before they left, right, they had left. So the language is they had left before I had spoken to them. The second example is the patient had died before the doctor arrived. Two actions again in the past. The patient died and the doctor arrived. When you are talking about first action happened, the patient died, that's why using had here. The patient had died before the doctor arrived. Okay, here before I finish this video I have just made a note here, very small note. We often use the adverbs already, still, just, ever, never with the past perfect tense. It's often used. Often means 90% cases is there when you use these words. Right? Again I repeat it. Already, still, just, ever, never with the past perfect. Two examples I have given here. First example is I called his office but he had already left. And just to emphasize the thing, we are using already left. Second example is, it was the most beautiful photo I had ever seen. I have used their had, and then I'm using ever. So you have to keep in mind that whenever you are using these tenses, you have to use already, still, just, ever, never with such past perfect tense. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Don't forget to share with your friends, my dear. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to it. Thank you.